It is the 50th anniversary of the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, and in January 2021, the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons will come into force. The goal of the treaty was to create moral pressure on the states possessing nuclear weapons in order for them to make further steps towards nuclear disarmament. So why are we even talking about this? 50 years ago, there was overwhelming agreement around the non-proliferation of nuclear weapons, but still enough progress hasn't been made on disarmament, so we need another treaty. What difference will this make? If the 5 nuclear power states, plus whatever others are involved in nuclear weaponry, haven't disarmed and abandoned this type of weaponry within 50 years, why do we think anything will be different now? Pakistan is reported to have nuclear weapons since 1998, that is not a signatory of any of the treaties. How many times over the last number of years have we heard about the possibility of an American president launching nuclear weapons? Has anyone ever pictured Homer Simpson in the nuclear plant power in Springfield and thought that perhaps they'd prefer even this fictional character to have access to launch codes? Or Father Dougal looking at the big red "don't push" button? In a world of skewed priorities, it's terrible to think of any individual or any country holding that much destructive power. According to the website armscontrol.org, in 2020, the estimated global nuclear warhead inventory showed that there were approximately 13,500 nuclear warheads, with 90% of these being owned by Russia and America. The website reports that around 9,500 of these are in military service, while the remainder are to be disarmed. China has about 320 total warheads, France has about 290, and the armscontrol.org website reports that in Russia in March 2020, according to the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, there were 1,326 strategic warheads deployed on 485 intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles and strategic bombers. In the UK, there are around 215 strategic warheads, of which 95 are in storage and approximately 120 are deployed. The United Kingdom possesses a total of 4 Vanguard-class Trident nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines, which together form its exclusively sea-based nuclear deterrent. The Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty Declaration of March 2020 showed that the United States had 1,373 strategic nuclear warheads deployed in 655 intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarine-launched ballistic missiles and strategic bombers. The estimated 150 B-61 nuclear gravity bombs that are forward deployed in 6 NATO bases in 5 European countries. In May 2020, the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons published a report entitled "Enough is Enough." 2019 global nuclear weapon spending, the new report showed that the nuclear-armed nations around the world spent $73 billion on their weapons in 2019. This is a record high, with the spending by the US being almost equivalent to that of the 8 other states combined. The report showed that 2019 had the highest expenditure on nuclear arms since the height of the Cold War. The conclusion of the ICAN report states that nuclear-armed states spent nearly $750 billion in 2019 on building and maintaining nuclear warheads and delivery systems. The incalculable human and environmental costs of nuclear weapons only add to this shocking figure. I'll leave you with these words, Minister. In the UN Chronicle, the essay "Losing 25,000 to Hunger Every Day" says that food prices have been rising steadily since 2004. The article states each day 25,000 people, including more than 10,000 children, die from hunger and related causes. Some 854 million people worldwide are estimated to be undernourished, and the high food prices may drive another 100 million people in food and poverty.
Thank you, Deputy.
Global spending is about priorities. Why do we pander to states that prioritise boys playing with their war toys over addressing poverty, exclusion, health, climate change and the well-being of citizens? Thank you
very much.